want to know how to completely confuse and alienate your fan base to a fantasy movie? Change fucking everything! But now that I think about it, I may have actually said too much. I've oversold the dread of Beastmaster 2. I've ruined the surprise. To really understand the sucker punch to the gut that is Beastmaster 2, let's go back in time, as it were. Let's pretend it's 1991 and you're a fan of the first movie, so let's take a look at the poster like you're a fan and this is the first you've heard there's a sequel. Oh, hey, wow, look, guys, they're making Beastmaster 2. That movie was... Oh, fuck. Oh, for Christ's sake, what are they doing? Wait, wasn't the tiger black before? And where's the redhead with the killer? Like, oh, fuck, this is gonna blow worse than Conan the Destroyer. Yep, they put the Beastmaster in modern Earth. I mean, hey, it really helps save money when all the actors can just wear street clothes and you don't have to buy costumes or spend money on set design, and you can just shoot most of the movie in a car and point the camera out the window or shoot a bunch of scenes at a producer's house of the heroes just sitting around watching TV. A lot of movies did this in the 80s and 90s especially, taking a hero from a fantastic fantasy world and then just dumping him in a modern city so we never actually have to see it, like Suburban Commando, Hercules in New York, Masters of the Universe, and many others that all had one other very important thing in common. They all fucking sucked! So, to recap the events of Beastmaster 1, Dar freed his people by defeating the evil priest Mayox, destroyed his dark army, and left his brother on the throne to rule with justice and fairness. So let's forget about that, because the opening crawl of this movie tells us the world is now consumed in darkness and has been conquered by a dude named Arklon, and the only hope for freedom lies with a rebel alliance marshalling in the east under the leadership of the Beastmaster. Oh, wait, no, I guess they're not marshalling under anybody since Dar's been captured by Arklon from the very first second of the movie. Great. Not even the opening crawl knows what's going on. What chance do we have? Dar is taken to the evil warlord's dread fortress. Wait, what's that? What? Oh, we couldn't afford a dread fortress? Oh, okay, I guess a cave will do. He's only conquered the entire world, but come on, that guy's not made of money. It's the best the poor guy could do.
So this is the Beastmaster. The one who defeated our high priest, Mayox, and now challenges my authority.
That was an odd gesture. I'm not sure why I did that.
Did you actually believe that you and your flock of peasants could overthrow my kingdom?
My glorious kingdom in this cave I'm hiding in, with nobody really in it.
Did you?
Did you notice how much I look like Kiefer Sutherland? Dar's about to be executed for treason when suddenly his tiger attacks and rescues him, taking everyone by surprise. Wait, what? The Beastmaster's using wild animals to help him escape? How could anyone have possibly foreseen this?
Seize him! If he escapes!
I'd help, but I didn't sleep all that well last night, so I'll just hang back here. I like how the judges just sort of sit there while Dar is slaughtering everyone. And this is where you start to realize this movie's fight choreography is really half-assed and played mostly for laughs, pandering to kids instead of the previous movie's adult focus. I mean, you might as well just add stars circling around this guy's head. Dar is outright dominating the soldiers, so that's when Arklon whips out a plasma gun from Halo. Oh! Kinda pulls about 4 feet low, that thing.
Master of the beast. The vultures shall have their feast after all.
Oh shit, attacking eagles? Run! Grab a coat hanger! Dar started the birdemic!
Here they come! The eagles killed Becky!
Let us depart before somebody really gets hurt.
Goodbye, my faithful eagle! Hope everything works out with the 280-pound wizard! What? Oh, I guess we're still doing credits, huh? Man, that's a lot of screenwriters. Why did they separate them into 3 groups? I'm guessing R.J. Robertson and Jim Wynorski wrote the first shitty draft, and then Silvio wrote the second shitty draft, and then Ken Hauser and Doug Miles wrote the third shitty draft. And the really scary thought is that this is the draft they went with. Oh, and by the way, Silvio Tabet, he directed this piece of fuck.
Asshole.
The rebels, in the meantime, are using a captured witch to find Arklon's army. The witch is played by Sarah Douglas, and my god, she is so fucking hot in this movie, it's almost worth watching just for spank material alone. Seriously, she's the only 2 reasons to see it.
One act of betrayal and I'll cleave your black heart from your bosom. Surely such a valiant warrior, such as you, can think of a better use for my bosom. Well, I guess he got the point.
But Arklon proves remarkably easy to find when he finds them and uses his magic gun to start killing everyone.
Behold, the key of Magog.
Behold! This magic thing that I got that will never be explained where I got it or what it really does! Seriously, see if you can count the number of powers the writers pull straight out of their ass for this magic wand. He shoots people in the face, sets them on fire with it, and he uses it to hurl boulders which, oh come on, are clearly made of styrofoam. Look at this! They used this take! I'm sorry, but it's impossible for me to take your movie seriously when the best effect so far is from the most extreme elimination challenge.
I was screaming for dramatic effect.
Well, I was moved by it.
You know, you're a hard man to take a meeting with. That's why I arranged this little scene with the rebels here.
Okay, be honest. Raise your hand if you were listening to a single word she said just now.
It is all part of what I want to show you, my lord. For it is I, the beautiful, sensuous, mysterious Lorana, who can make you the most powerful man on Earth.
Can't. Breasts too magnificent.
Why should I, Lord Arklon, maximum ruler of A-Rock, be any concern of yours?
Chill out, Lord Dude. Chill out, Lord Dude.
I'm gonna need a minute, guys.
Do you not wish to hear my secret?
It looks like Victoria's secret to me. Anyway, Arklon finally agrees, because come on, could you say no to those? And they ride off to the Guardian on the Edge of Forever?
What sorcery is this?
A dimensional portal. The doorway to your ultimate triumph, my lord. A world that exists on a parallel plane with our own. The natives call it L.A.
L.A.
They come from there. A place called Houston.
And we will go there too.
Yeah, notice how she said it was a dimensional portal, as in a portal to a world on a parallel dimension, as opposed to, you know, a fucking portal of time! In fact, she mentioned specifically several times in this movie that time travel is in no way involved. Now, you could argue we're just talking a minor semantic detail, but I would argue it's only the fucking title!
Asshole.
I mean, a portal to parallel Earths? What's next? We're gonna run into one of the sliders coming the other way? Yes, Carrie Wurr from Sliders is in this movie. She plays a spoiled, wisecracking valley girl who accidentally crashes through the portal of time and finds herself in Dar's dimension, and let's just say she's not exactly the best ambassador our world could send.
Where's the auto club when you need them? There's gotta be a main road around here somewhere.
Oh, sure there does, because you were just in downtown LA 1 second, and then you're driving through an endless wasteland for hours. Not even the valley is this barren, lady.
Hey, are you one of those crazed bikers, you know, with the crossbows?
My name is Dar. I come from the high mountains.
Is there a telephone around here, maybe, that I could use? Or a 7-Eleven even? Something like that?
7-Eleven.
Oh.
Hang on, perhaps my ferrets can speak your idiot language.
Whoa! Your bag's full of rats.
No, these are my ferrets. This is Kodo and Podo.
Yes, I have 2 ferrets. You see, I had 2 before, and then one died in the last movie, and then the other one had 2 babies, and then died between movies, I presume, and so I named these 2 exactly the same thing. You know what? It's a long story.
Hey, is that cat gonna come with us?
His name is Rue. We travel everywhere together.
Let's just hope the audience doesn't notice I have a striped tiger now instead of the old one we accidentally poisoned to death covering it with black paint, because I also gave him the same name. I'm serious. The last tiger they got was striped as well, but they covered it in a black paint that turned out was so toxic, it ended up killing the poor thing. I mean, where the fuck was the guy from the American Humane Association? What? Oh, you got that shipment of black toxic hair dye? Yeah, just slop that shit all over the tiger. It's not like cats lick themselves. I think he's starting to eat it. Yeah, he's fine. Meanwhile, Ursa here is showing Arklon a weapon he can steal from Earth called the neutron detonator.
It's compact enough to carry, yet powerful enough to destroy all life in an area the size of a continent.
With the threat of such a weapon, I could rule unopposed.
Oh no! If Arklon uses the neutron detonator, he'll turn a rock into a barren desert wasteland for all eternity. Oh.
The neutron detonator will be yours. He'll rule the world.
Of course!
Continuity is sort of all over the place here, as Arklon somehow manages to catch up to Dar and incapacitates him with a stink bomb so he can recapture Carrie, and I really don't know why. I mean, does she look like she knows how to get a neutron detonator?
Do you know where you are?
The Twilight Zone. Where's Rod Serling?
Oh, get it? Because she's from the future?
So, listen. Leatherface. How do you suppose I get back through this, portal?
Leatherface. I shall be happy to take you in exchange for certain information.
Information?
Yes.
Hell, I'm loaded with information, you know? I watch Jeopardy every night.
Jesus Christ! Shut up! Is every line this character says a pop culture reference?
We're on a quest.
Well, you know, hey, I'm on a quest too. For gas.
Shut up.
Must make it really difficult checking into a hotel.
Shut up.
It'll keep us alive.
No thanks. I'll just stick with the salad bar.
Shut up.
A seeing eye bird.
They stalk the night, searching for souls to drag down into the abyss.
Sounds like a couple of guys I met in Tijuana last night.
Shut up!
Way rad.
Shut up! Shut up! I get it! You're from the 90s! If I was playing a drinking game, I'd be in a fucking coma by now! 90s kid is written with more subtlety than you!
Dude, harsh!
Dar, do you understand anything I say to you?
No.
Which is weird, considering we both somehow speak English despite this being a completely different world. The bad guys go through the portal into LA with Dar hot on their heels, but Arklon shoots a gas main blocking the alley behind him with a wall of flame and trapping Dar. So how did Arklon even know how a gas main works, or know that the gun would cause damage that specific to the pipe? Damn, if only I had some kind of bladed boomerang weapon my father gave me from the last movie I knew how to throw. He's trapped there so long that Uncle Phil drives there all the way from Bel Air to knock Dar out with a taser.
Have somebody run a query on all loincloth freaks. There can't be that many of them. Have the whole thing on my desk tomorrow morning.
Okay, come on, Uncle Phil. This is Los Angeles. You probably saw weirder shit than a dude in a loincloth with a tiger on the drive over here.
Why are they looking at me like this?
They're digging your royal attire, sire.
Oh god. Her dialogue has all the subtlety of a piano being dropped off a cliff.
You gotta get yourself some fresh threads.
An ancient warlord shopping for clothes in modern Los Angeles? Oh, I get the feeling things aren't gonna go exactly as planned.
And what can we do to you?
My associates, they're looking for a more corporate look.
I should say.
Oh my god. It's like someone saw Bronson Pinchot's role in Beverly Hills Cop and decided it's not nearly swishy and offensive enough.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important space.
Cultural exchange student.
Of course. Marianne!
Yes, Mr. Melwin?
Would you help this lady? And sir, if you will follow me...
The gayness! It's off the charts! We're getting into the gigaqueer range! Ah! Oh hell, it broke my gaydar! You invented a gaydar? Yes, it measures gayness with science. Why would you ever need that?
Oh, don't you worry about why I need a gaydar. You just go do your thing with the movie. I'll just...
Haven't you anything more befitting my station?
Sir, I assure you this is the finest virgin wool.
Virgins? My dear boy, from where I come from, the only thing a virgin is good for is sacrifice.
Well, I have sacrificed a few in my time, too.
Oh yeah, what woman could resist? This character is the most blatant and offensive flaming gay French stereotype I've ever seen.
Yo, my name's Ben Zai, and you know that I'm always kissing guys. Get the boogaloo flu, doing the dudes. It's called AIDS, semantics, anyway.
that clip again. Never. Ah!
You will stay.
The neutron detonator itself couldn't move me.
You know, when you've got a hostage, it's generally best not to rely on the honor system.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
And this is the guy who's taking over the world. Needless to say, you can tell that Arklon is not a man who is often outwitted.
He who defies Arklon shall be destroyed by Arklon!
Yes, I'm aware that was somewhat redundant, but kneel before Arklon! Arklon has conquered this pathetic strip mall in the name of Arklon! Ha-ha! Arklon loses his shit and starts tearing the store apart. Store security tries to rush him, but he uses his magic bong, which apparently now has a stun setting, and it also casts a mass suction spell. Insert your own joke about sucking here. Is there anything this wand doesn't do? Carrie immediately runs off and rescues Dar from the police station. Mostly by accident, in that she was driving past the station at the exact same time he jumped out the window and escaped on his own. But now that they're back together, we can finally have the tedious second act, where they do nothing but drive around and she can calmly explain modern technology to him for about 20 minutes.
This carriage, it moves without horsepower.
I told Daddy to get this thing tuned up. He never listens to me.
Oh, hey, that's hilarious! That's not really what Dar meant. And just in case you didn't get the joke, don't worry, they only repeat it about 1,000 times as she explains every single goddamn thing about the car and the city they're in, like the convertible roof, the horn, smog, car radios, rock music, and movie theater. Wait, what the fuck? Beastmaster 2? They're driving past a theater showing Beastmaster fucking 2? Ah! 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 Ah!
Change the future. You've created a time paradox.
I just... What? How is this even possible?
Instant cassettes. They're out in stores before the movie is finished.
I think they should totally go into the theater. Maybe this is a parallel Earth where Beastmaster 2 doesn't suck. Anyway, Arklon mugs a military officer and steals his uniform, which is apparently enough to get you inside a top-security military installation housing a doomsday weapon. Well, General Leather Patchface, your paperwork seems to be in order. Tell your cab driver to head straight into the neutron bomb development facility. People even salute this guy. The only people who even question his presence are the guards immediately outside the neutron detonator lab. Yeah, good to know the world-destroying neutron bomb is guarded by 2 unarmed idiots.
I even have the security badges to get us inside.
Badges? I don't need badges.
But he finally sets off the alarm and soldiers come to stop him. Those who defy Arklon shall be run away from by Arklon! And yeah, he just steals a Jeep and gets away with a doomsday weapon. But surely not just anybody could arm and explode a neutron detonator, right? You'd need presidential authority, security codes, and no doubt the military has a contingency plan already in place for just such a terroristic act.
I'd say, about a half hour. In the whole world, kablooey.
Fantastic. The device is automatically set to go off a half hour after just being removed from the lab. That's the Reagan administration for you. The Star Wars program didn't work, but the neutron detonator, I'm making a note here, huge success. Arklon tries to go back to his world, but it turns out his magic wand is out of juice. Kind of. It doesn't have enough to open the portal, but it's still got enough to help him escape Uncle Phil by unleashing torrential winds. Because the wand can do that too, why not? So he just drives off in the confusion and hides in the city zoo, presumably happy just to let the bomb go off and kill him. I don't really think he thought this one all the way through. Oh, and here's another tip. When your archenemy is a dude called the Beastmaster, don't challenge him to a fight in a fucking zoo! It's like going to SeaWorld and calling out Aquaman. You just don't do this! Where it gets genius is when Arklon uses his wand to create an earthquake. What is that, his 5th power now? Which frees all the animals from their cages. Doi! The only thing that even remotely spares Arklon's dumbass is that Dar's kind of a nice guy and challenges him to a fair fight to keep any of the animals from getting hurt. So Dar kicks his ass from pillar to post, crushes his nuts, and hurls them into the same fiery chasm that he created with the earthquake.
The world is mine!
This is pretty much an unqualified win for evil! Oh, fuck, my pancreas.
Asshole.
So in the end, Dar gets the neutron detonator back, which they make no effort to hide is basically an empty ice bucket. Dar goes back to his world and runs off into the sunset. Actually, he runs in place for about 2 minutes during the credits to avoid literally running into the fake sunset backdrop. At one point, you can even see the tiger just stop and wander away off to the side as Dar never gets any further away.
And before we go, I thought it was time I said goodbye. You see, my son and I are moving out.
What, really? Where?
Well, I have to open up an Einstein-Rosen-Podolsky bridge and cross the portal of time into another dimension. There appears to be a slight minor problem with hypertime.
I thought you said you fixed hypertime.
Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. There's a kind of a sort of teeny, insignificant, complete and utter space-time dimensional collapse imminent. Someone appears to be opening a black gate to rip a permanent hole between worlds, and the resulting influx of dark matter energy is causing a dimensional singularity. You really haven't noticed anything unusual happening in this dimension?
No. What? What's wrong?
Nothing. I have to find this dimensional nexus and stop the merger.
Oh, well, you need any help?
There's only one man who can help me.
Hey, 30 seconds. Whole world. Got blue. I remember. Oh. I remember this. One of these. Oh, I remember. He remembers. I think. Thinks he remembers. It's,